Well, good evening, fragrance friends. And this is Smell Like Paris. Tonight we're going to talk about the exclusive. Not all of the exclusives of Chanel is here, perhaps in another video, but the ones that I really like that I want to talk to you about tonight is about 8 of them. Or should I say 7 with one honorable mention. And I'll get the honorable mention out of the way. By the way, my scent of the day, I have on my right wrist jersey, and on my left wrist I have beige. But my honorable mention, it's okay for me. I like gardenia. However, I bet the parfum version would just be absolute stunner. I'm not going to really get much into the Chanel gardenia. So the Exclusifs was launched in 2016. The Eau de Toilettes were the original versions, and then in 2016 they moved them into the EDP. And of course, Olivier Poge is the perfumer behind it. He sits as the main perfumer for Chanel. And of course, not all of these are 2016. We do have 2 of them. Most current is Chanel 1957 and Comet. But out of the 7 that I'm going to talk to you, 2 are just absolute bangers. However, this isn't one. It's nice. Chanel jersey. It's rather soft. It's not strong. It has a vanilla, tonka bean, lavender, powdery, and it's light. I do get a sense of jasmine in here. It's a sweet fragrance, not overly sweet, and it's green. Does have cypress, I believe, maybe in this, but it's a greenness to this. Next up, we have beige. I get a sense of tuberose in it, even though it's not listed. I mean, to my nose, it's a strong tuberose scent. Perhaps it's the frangipani in there that's playing that trick on my nose. It's a honey gourmand, and it's not overly gourmand smelling or food. It's coming from the honey. There's a tropical freesia. It's sweet, and it's a little animalic, and it's probably from the hawthorn. There's a reason it may have some of the sweetness in that. I would say these are unisex, but this beige to me, if you like tuberose scent, this will be your favorite. And I'm not a big fan of tuberose. You have to hide it in the fragrance really well for me to really appreciate. I'm more of the jasmine, iris, vanilla. I get along pretty well with a lot of other notes, but not so much with tuberose. Okay, this is a newer version. This came out in 2024. This is Comet. It's powdery, aldehydes, and Chanel is definitely known for aldehydes. So any of you that are familiar with Chanel, I don't have to tell you about the aldehydes. It's a floral, and I do get a cherry blossom smell in here, and the cherry is real dominant. The iris in here is less dominant, and it's a little musky, probably coming from the amber, and vanilla, and there's heliotrope. This one was not a favorite of mine. If you're looking for a cherry note, yes, it's there, and I mean it's there, but you don't have to hunt for it. The cherry note is there. Seems like a lot of fragrances these days are jumping on the cherry bandwagon. I wouldn't give that credit to Tom Ford as most do. because you got Bath and Body Works been doing cherry blossom for years. Oh, so not so much time. Maybe next time. Okay, next up, this next one is Chanel 19. Now you read this, to me is spring in a bottle. It is truly that, spring in a bottle. I'll tell you a song that reminds me who would have worn this would have been Nat King Cole's daughter. And she had the song, I know you may remember, Sophisticated Lady. That's what this reminds me of. It's very green. It has some iris. It's a white and yellow floral, narcissus, hay, and some tobacco and rose as well. I smell some leather in here, and they say it's a little banana in here, but I don't know about that. The lily of the valley is in it. But yeah, like I say, I'm looking forward to trying the Chanel 19 Poudre to do a comparison to that. But this one here can be worn by a confident woman, a strong woman, perhaps Madam President in 2024 if she gets elected. I don't want to really get into politics, but this would be something if I would wear if I were her. Chanel number 19. Next up, we have Sycamore. And Sycamore is a woody fragrance. It has a sandalwood. It's aromatic, spicy, and earthy. That's coming from the cypress. There's some vetiver in here, and it's probably, it's said it could be Haitian vetiver or Javanese, but the sandalwood, if you probably could get your hand on a Sycamore when it probably before 2016 in the cologne version and perhaps in the eau de toilette version, you would have what I would call real sandalwood, because of course there is no more sandalwood because of the IFRA laws prohibit real sandalwood because it's scarce, and it would be Mysore sandalwood. So if you can get your hand on Mysore, you then know what the real what real sandalwood smells like. This here is, to me, just like another one that I'm going to mention later as a banger. This here, to me, is a fall scent, winter. You could probably wear this in the summer too, but you wouldn't use a lot of it because I wouldn't say don't pull the trigger too hard on that. Okay, now if you can guess the two bangers. One of them is a decant, and I've had many decants because I hadn't made up my mind, and I probably should have, because Chanel has constantly gone up on its price, and they even now have a body oil. I guess you probably can guess what I'm getting ready to say. Well, this one is a Compliment Monster, 1957, the year my brother was born. I was born in 1956. So this is Chanel 1957. It's powdery bergamot. You can wear this anytime. This doesn't have, to me, a season. It's musky. Again, that's a synthetic musk because it's not deer musk, but I bet you if you had some deer musk, and I do, I have layered it with it, and man, but this here, anytime I've ever worn this, and if you look, like I said, if you're looking for a compliment, or if you, I should say, flip it around, you don't want any compliments, I suggest you don't wear 1957 because you're gonna get it. It has jasmine in it, and it's the grandiflorum. It's not the jasmine sambac, and it has aldehydes, as I said earlier. Chanel is known for. Nobody does it better. Chanel 1957. And now for the grand finale. I do have a 75 ml size. And of course, over time, this juice, I believe, has gotten darker. But this bad baby here, if you like patchouli and chocolate, let me tell you, I bought this blind from other reviewers, and I was not disappointed. The only disappointment I had is that I didn't buy a larger bottle. But this, and listen at that magnetic top. I don't know if you can hear that. And oh man, does this smell good. This here doesn't take much. It's a woody and amber. It's a frankincense notes. It's balsamic. It's a citrus, bitter orange, sweet and earthy. But that chocolate note I do get. I get the patchouli. I wished my nose could pick out that frankincense, because I love frankincense. But I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. I can't resist. Maybe I'll pick it up tonight. And I don't know if my other scent of the day was a Roja Dove, but that was 10 hours ago, so. Whew. I'm not disappointed in this buy. I will go ahead and probably pull the trigger for the 1957 in the body oil. So that'll round things out to about $700 or a little more for the two. But it is absolutely beautiful scent. Olivia Poge really put his nose on that one. I gotta give it to him. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for taking the time. I usually try to keep these videos short, but this here was my exclusive take on the Chanel. There are some more that I'll probably will find in my selection to bring out and talk some more about the exclusive sometime in a later video. But thanks again. Hey, leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and let's have fun talking about our passion, fragrance. Have a good night.